Are you recording?
Not yet.
It's live, fool.
It's
No?
live. Yeah, he's
We're
live.
recording over
Oh
there.
my god.
What's up, gangster?
Can you edit that out?
How do I
It's
look?
live on YouTube. You
How
can't
do
edit
I
that out.
look?
Oh, it went away.
Go ahead, do your thing.
All right, welcome to episode 44 of the Four Choke podcast. Here we have. Come on.
MC Kid.
Well, Sarah.
Tim.
I'm Izzy.
And I'm Lewis.
All right, so we're going to have a great show for you guys. We got Star Wars news, updates, and best of all, we are your source for Star Wars official rumors. Official rumors, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
Hold on.
Official.
Official.
Rumors.
Officially official.
So before we punch the hyperdrive in gear, I have something to get off my chest. Stop laughing at me.
I'm laughing with you. No, I'm not. Yes, I am.
All right, we have a Dr. Seuss rhyme.
Go
All right.
Feel the rhythm.
And this piece is called.
Oh, there it is. Push car.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Mike is the only one that knows.
Yeah.
I got you.
And any viewers who've seen Cool Runnings.
Anyone who is a cool person.
Hey. Okay, so this piece is called "The Cat in the Hat" on Toxic Star Wars fans. I do not like that last movie. I do not like that Kennedy. I do not like that she got hired. I do not like that she's not fired. Oh my, what can I do? I'll begin a quest. That's right. I'll protest. No sense, no reason. So Kathleen, it's treason. My mood is foul for every season. Toxic fan. That's what I am. My friends will help. We'll do it in mass. It's time to troll, so kiss our ass.
Ouch.
That's great.
I wasn't the first one to get the radar tag. That's nice. Change the pace.
Alright, so we can only use one ass in the video.
Yeah.
You already said another
Oh, it's radar for sure.
one. Come on.
Oh, Tim.
What was that movie? Was it Be Cool? Was it Get Shorty number 2? It's like, you can only say the word fuck in a movie once and then it becomes art. Well, fuck that. Just automatically.
Oh my god.
All right. So once again, that was the Cat in the Hat on Toxic Star Wars fans. You can also find this on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, Micah, get us going with our first topic.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Stop. Hold on.
What happened, Tim?
I
Position
have
arrow.
some news to offer to the world.
Bless us with this.
But it's like an official rumor. Like
Bless
you
us,
said.
a wonderful Tim. Tell us what news.
Okay, so there's two picks. I got two picks to describe, and then we have an official rumor of an Obi-Wan Kenobi series to be made. So we discovered that Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to be a limited TV series, and it's happening. And it's going to be the top priority for a Disney streaming service, and that it could be as many as 6 episodes.
Do you know
6 episodes.
That's
wow.
That's it?
That's it.
You want more?
Okay, depending on how it is. True. Let me see
Okay.
it first.
So what if it has Ewan McGregor?
All the seasons.
10.
All the seasons.
That's a lot of money for streaming episode for streaming TV show.
Yeah.
Just to put all on Ewan McGregor. That's a lot of money.
Do it.
Do it.
Hello there.
So limited
Because the rest of the budget, like you gotta have more budget for.
Well,
What do you think they would have?
Netflix. Okay, Netflix had like a Gilmore Girls reboot,
Yeah.
With the
a
originals.
year in the life.
and there was limited episodes, and they used the same people.
You're right.
I imagine that was expensive.
You're right. They shouldn't do that and save all that money for Star Wars.
Well, they had what?
No.
What's that movie
What?
that just came out with? Kind of a horror movie. Not really horror, scary.
You're a horror movie.
Where
A
you can't
horror
open your eyes because if you open your eyes.
Oh, Bird Box.
Bird Box, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
she's a big time Oscar winner.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's a big movie star. Yeah, they paid for her, but that's a movie, not a TV series.
Yeah.
Should have got Meryl Streep, right?
Okay.
Oh,
Here we
don't
go.
even start.
So, y'all would be okay with? What do you think, Micah?
Let's do it.
Good.
Yes.
Is he?
Yes.
Streaming
Yes.
movie
Spared no expense.
Yes.
trilogy.
I like it. Well, what they're saying? What did you say? It was 6
6
part
episodes.
series,
Yeah.
limited series,
Mhm.
probably. So that's, let's say, an hour each, 6 hours. It's like a trilogy in
For-
itself.
2 hours. How many each?
Well, what if they're an hour each?
Oh yeah, that's like it
It's
is like a
almost-
trilogy.
It is almost like a trilogy. I wonder if they're going to. What is that?
What is
You're
that
right.
noise?
What?
I think it's cats.
Maybe could be
No,
cat.
it sounds like BB-8.
Oh, maybe it is BB-8.
like a
Mhm.
Is he our special guest for today?
Yes.
Did you guys?
Cats are not what they seem anymore.
They never were.
You're gonna keep on doing that. Aren't
You have to.
Because of the-
So good to go with Ewan McGregor
Yeah,
streaming limited.
that's what it looks like.
Yep.
It's official.
What do you think?
officially
What do you think
we're-
kind of stories they would do? Like, I mean, I know he's on Tatooine, or do you think they would go like right after?
The Darth Maul sequence.
Yeah. You think they'd lead up to that, or would it be after that? Do you think they would include that?
Ooh, him showing him being a stalker, crazy old man.
Yeah.
Hey, little boy.
Go.
But it's Luke.
Please.
If it's that, then I don't want it.
You know, I don't want it.
I don't want it.
Oh, Luke,
No,
you're
thank you.
Luke, you're so powerful.
Oh, God.
Ew, stop. That's
All right, I
gross.
think Tim
It's
has
not Family Guy.
mornings.
Come on.
Have some bathroom milk.
Ew.
You're sick.
Hey, this is old man. This is Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
I see because I screwed up that one time.
I know.
This
This is rice.
What else you got, Tim? You had something else.
Yes. So the Disneyland Resort on May 31st for the new Star Wars. What is it called again? Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Right?
Yeah.
In Disneyland, you have reservations required to visit between May 31st and June 23rd. And capacity is limited, and this is for and then the Star Wars Rise of Resistance attraction opens later this year.
Disneyland.
That's
So they announced it's
Disneyland.
happening on screen, right? Or just by
Disneyland,
pictures
Florida.
only?
Disney World.
Was there any commercials for that?
Oh.
So
I
okay,
think-
so far we just have the pictures in.
I think we just have pictures, and the only other thing was something on YouTube showing kind of like a real quick.
So there is a video
Yeah.
which Nate shared to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
So it's like the small print. So capacity is limited, and you have to make your reservations between May 31st and June 23rd.
How do you think?
But then after that, you just show up.
I don't know. Perhaps maybe they're gonna figure it out during that time.
Like a pilot episode.
Yeah.
That's
April,
right.
May. That's still 2 months.
What's happening? There's another picture, right?
Yeah.
Here. Oh, look at things. And in Walt Disney World, August
You swiped left
29th.
on your mouse.
Again, I swiped and it didn't go.
No, but he swiped left on me.
Capacity is limited, and then the attraction opens later this year. So in both ends, except one of them, the Disneyland version is you'd have to reserve.
So how do y'all feel about that? You've been to Disney World, right?
Disney World. Yeah, it's cool.
What if you got there and they're like, "Oh, you needed to reserve before you got here
Do you
to
see
ride
this?
this?"
Do you see this?
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
hmm
And then
But
I
you'd be
switched
you would be like bare armed though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
See my shirt?
This is a nice shirt.
And they're like, this is a shirt that I saved to be here.
I have not washed this shirt in weeks.
Yes. What? What are you
I don't know
doing?
what's going on.
It's a shirt. Because she was gonna put the
Show off her gun.
Long sleeve. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or you're gonna show up, no ticket.
oh gosh. Well, I don't know. I know Micah and I were talking about that. We brought it up where it's like there may be limited capacity at some of
think-
these attractions.
Super limited.
Ew. I was like, where's that coming from?
What?
Maybe that's just the hype from it opening, and
Mhm.
they won't have they won't require reservations after that. I'm hoping, probably.
I hope not. Because what if they only let so many people into it?
That's disgusting.
That's annoying.
Yeah,
Because I mean, there's a lot of Star Wars fans.
it's like the mean kid in middle school. It's like, look what I've got. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Did this happen to you?
Yeah.
I wonder. Well, Nate's gonna go, right?
Yeah, he has plans to be there mid-August, I think.
Oh, but
So
it
we-
doesn't open until August 29th. Is he going to Florida or
He's Florida.
Florida? So it's
Yeah.
not going to be open.
Yeah,
yet.
isn't that what he said? Like,
He'll be leaving probably just as
like
it's
it's
opening.
opening? Oh, okay.
Oh, that
so-
sucks.
Yeah.
Well, guess you gotta stay another day.
Mhm.
what's in that drink? Eh?
Nothing. You don't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
So who has plans on going? Who's going to go? So
I'm gonna wait. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, I'm gonna wait because the one time that I went, whatever it's called, the one in Florida,
Mhm.
is it Land or World?
World.
World. All right, so I went to Disney World, and we went to Epcot, like right when I was like just opening, so there wasn't much there. There was like one attraction.
yeah.
I mean, there was other things, but there's like only one ride. It didn't seem like there's a lot to do.
Yeah, there's never been much in Epcot.
No, well, okay, but that's what I kind of feel like for this one. Like they're going to be adding. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. They're going to be adding things here and there, but especially with the madness, just probably the first year or two or three or whatever. I'll probably just wait until they have like, I don't know,
Like let them work out the kinks and develop more.
work the kinks, but also for other people to have the opportunity to do it. So it's not like I have to go into my murder phase so I can enjoy it.
Sure.
Well, that's
You know,
well,
murder! Get out of my way, little bastard children.
well. What
I went to like Warped Tour phase.
oh.
Like knock people out.
I wonder. It's
I mean,
going to
what?
be
Nothing. Mm-mm.
kind of strange because from what I'm hearing,
Hmm.
that there's going to be like little. I mean, who's here has been to Disneyland or Disney World?
Yeah.
Have you too?
I haven't.
I've been to Disney World.
Okay, so we've all been at a certain time, and sometimes they have like little skits here
Mhm.
and there around the parks. Supposedly, that's going to happen throughout Galaxy's Edge too. But I think it's going to be so packed. It's like, how are they going to be able to do that? You know what I mean?
Maybe they have a stage.
Remember like medieval times?
No, but it's
Designated-
supposed to be like
Lend me your
within the-
ears. And they're
Like
all
people
walkways.
walking around. Like you might see like,
Like how they do the princesses. Like how they're just like walking.
or like you might see somebody being handcuffed by like maybe like stormtroopers and taken off or something like
I mean,
that.
like, what
Yeah, exactly.
the
You're gonna be at the. Can you handcuff me, sir?
Please.
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 It's not weird, I
Uh,
promise. Maybe it's a little weird.
Price point, Tim? No price point yet, right?
Mm-mm.
What's too much for you? $100 a
I was
day.
thinking 100
$100?
just for Galaxy's Edge.
Oh god, it's gonna be way more than that.
Yeah, way
There's
more.
no way it's only 100.
Unless you get like a package thing.
Where it's all of them?
Where yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's gonna be way more than that.
Because there's way more than just Galaxy's Edge there. I mean, there's
Well, I know, but this one's gonna be the first premiere Star
thousands of
Wars.
dollars.
I heard it was 14 acres.
Is there gonna be like a resort?
I think that's opening up later.
Oh.
I think right now it's just a park. And I think at a resort it's going to be.
It'll probably be a couple hundred.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm thinking of Jurassic Park. It's like we could make so much money off this. It's like, well, we want everyone to see it. Okay, there'll be a coupon day. It's like, oh my god, it's only $500 to see it for 2 hours. Thank you.
Coupon day. All right. Well, Is that all you got, Tim?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, since you cut off Micah there.
Lord Master.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you're up.
Just because of this gain so high.
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know.
No, I think I turned it up too high. Is what I'm saying. Okay. Producers David Benioff and DB Weiss, yes, I said Weiss, will shift their attention to a galaxy far, far away in a series of Star Wars films. Honorable Judge Goolsbee may or may not have interviewed an HBO executive, and he offered a small insight to her explaining how many movies are needed to tell the story. Sarah, fill us in on them details.
Well, team, HBO executive Casey Bloys, who I may or may not have interviewed, says the Star Wars projects will represent a film trilogy. His quote is, Dan and David are finishing the final season of GOT, and then they're going to go into the Star Wars universe. When they come out of that, I assume they will come back to us. The delay has to do with the fact that they were offered 3 movies.
What's GOT?
Game of Thrones.
The Game
of Thrones.
When you play the Game of Thrones. Sorry.
Okay. So it seems like we'll be seeing Benioff and Weiss put out 3 Star Wars movies. They will write and produce the new films, but are not expected to direct them. So, council, what do y'all think? Will we be hearing anything else on their series before or after episode 9, which hits theaters in December?
What do you guys think? You think we'll hear something in celebration about it?
About the movie or the series?
About that trilogy that they're going to be doing?
I think after. The night.
They might just have
Yeah.
Do you think they'll show up there?
some kind of
I don't.
as a panel.
Because
That would be cool.
Because
That would be very cool.
a week or 2 weeks later, they're going to be opening up with episode 1,
Mm-hmm.
and you would assume everything's done, but you never know, like last minute things. I would assume they would just like don't mess with us until this is said and done with.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see them be there, and
I don't
Give
think
us
they'll
something.
have anything this year. Probably next year.
yeah.
Next year.
Yeah.
So next, 2020,
Yeah.
you feel they'll probably get to celebration, be on a panel.
Yeah.
Yes, have a title.
Yeah. Put on a shirt. Ahsoka lives ? And all that.
Yeah, again.
Wrong God, but okay.
Where's Thrawn? And the other one's wearing a shirt that says, "I'm here."
They could use Thrawn, yeah.
Who, if they did use Thrawn, who would you want to see him be portrayed by?
Actor?
Mm-hmm.
Gary Busey.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Gary I think the guy who
Lions,
Steve-
tigers,
Steve
bears.
Buscemi.
Oh my! Predator 2.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Danny DeVito.
Gilbert Godfrey.
With the hair. Oh,
From the Princess Bride?
Is that him?
I think so.
The one with the crazy voice.
Yeah.
Let me tell them as I come up to kill their ship. I don't know.
Yeah.
The guy with the crazy
who's
voice.
this?
Gilbert Godfrey.
I thought he was.
Oh, yeah.
All these crazy
I don't think
characters.
he's
Joe
on
Pesci.
I don't know any
Joe
of these.
Pesci.
No, but I think the guy who's a voice actor for him, and
Sir, are we going into hyperspace? Okay. 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 Sorry, Mike.
the guy who's a voice actor for him in Rebels.
Who's that?
I think he's Mendelssohn's brother. No. God damn it. Who's the guy? I can't think of his name right now. The guy who plays Polar, the movie Polar.
Matt Mickelson?
It is Mickelson, yeah. It's his brother. He plays,
Oh, really?
He plays the Russian president on the show House of Cards. He just seems like he's the one who voices him in Rebels. It just seems like that voice would be perfect, and he has a statue for him and everything too. I think that'd be something cool.
Yeah, that would. It would.
Because and that's why Star Wars has always been so great, especially when you're starting out the new trilogies, because they're able to pick people that they're not really, necessarily known for anything at the time. So you can actually pick a real person, but you're not constantly seeing somebody else portraying whoever this new person is to be.
Yeah.
So in doing that, I think he's had some big roles and stuff, but for the most part, I think nothing too insane. And especially since they voiced him, you can actually see a physical representation of him as Thrawn. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Forrest
Very
Whitaker is Thrawn?
So he's gonna be Thrawn and Saw Gerrera.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. yeah, two characters. Never mind.
Oh my god, that's so crazy.
He's Soccer and Thrawn and Frederick Douglass.
Oh god. You guys are hilarious.
To me, please.
Well, that's very.
Who would you have as Thrawn? Izzy?
She's not even familiar with the character, I don't
Probably.
Jeremy Irons.
I don't even know who all these people are.
What's his name?
No, Jeremy Irons is too short.
No, but I like his voice.
The guy who plays Doctor Strange.
Benedict
Ooh.
Cumberbatch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need a strong voice for that, and he could do it too.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Now tell me, shall we begin?
Damn, I'm gonna watch that now when I get home.
Doctor Strange.
Mhm.
I fell asleep during it every single time.
Okay, I feel that, but it's really good. I'm after.
What is wrong with you?
What, Micah?
It's a good movie.
I'm
Did
sure
you-
it is.
Did you fall asleep in Infinity War 2? I
Yeah,
haven't
I
seen it
think
yet.
so.
It's not her kind of movie.
It's not
okay.
my
Yeah,
kind of
it's
movie.
okay.
Back
She just saw Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Party time.
Excellent. Whoa!
Oh my gosh. Wow. So,
If you're gonna spew,
Spew it.
it's this.
sick. So,
Cassandra.
You got me a gunman.
No stairway. Bummer. I don't remember what it says. But
She will be mine. Oh, yeah.
oh, yes, she will be.
well,
Take 2 pills. They're so small. And they're so, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We did an
Yellow.
advertising bit. Yeah.
Small, different.
All right, guys, back on track. Lois?
was it my turn?
I mean, if you want to talk.
I'm gonna steal this from you.
Go for it.
Oh, okay, yes, it is my turn. Sorry, guys. I was keeping us behind there.
Yeah, slacker.
So, EA, which is short for
Electronic Arts.
Electronic Arts, thank you, Micah,
What?
revealed.
Electronic ass.
Oh,
Oh, separated R now.
you know,
So that's what Tim. Is that why you play so many games, Tim?
I just
Electric ass?
saying. I mean, the Star Wars games look good. They made the Star Wars game look really nice. The looks.
Tim is all over that.
Even the aerial
All
combat was
over
good.
that electronic ass.
Even as if it was real.
It's in the games.
I
You.
guess I guess EA filled that mail slot of his.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Timo, dude, 1985.
Electronic
Gee,
Arts revealed that their Star Wars game, their new game, Jedi Fallen Order, is currently on track for release later this year, 2019. There's still possibility that EA could push the release date back to 2020. If you haven't heard, Jedi Fallen Order is under development as we speak, and EA, Electronic Arts CEO Andrew Wilson, briefly spoke to our in-house gamer Tim about Jedi Fallen Order. Tim, what kind of info did you dig up?
Well, Mr. Wilson told me the game's development is being led by the former director of God of War series with a team of veterans from some of the industry's biggest action-adventure games. It's very far along in development, and having spent time with it recently myself, it plays spectacularly well. This game truly captures the fantasy of becoming a Jedi, and we will have a lot more to share soon. You'll start to see if the next few months glimpses of the Star Wars games, and I think you'll be blown away by what you see. We played 20 plus minutes of it last week, and it's exceptional in terms of its level of polish, depth, and living inside of the Star Wars world as a Jedi, and I think people will be blown away by it.
All right. Well, are you excited by this, Tim? Or
I mean, it's the God of War series.
I know you're the
former
our gamer
director.
insider here.
So I mean, if it's but which director of the? I mean, it's the whole series of God of War that we're talking about, because the last God of War series really strayed away from the original trilogy. It was still good. It was still it was still a great game. I probably prefer the old style more than the new God of War. I mean, if it's that type of direction, I'm fine with it. That sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm. So we don't know too much about the Jedi Fallen Order, but from what I've heard about it or seen, that it's a third-person single-player action game about an unnamed Jedi several years after Order 66 occurred. So there's only a few Jedi that survived that. So I'm wondering if this fallen Jedi could be Kanan Jarrus, Caleb Doom from the Rebel series,
Snoke.
or Snoke. Oh, God.
So it's going to be like the newer God of War then.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
So
what do you think about them telling that story of Kanan Jarrus? Because he was a fallen Jedi. He was an apprentice, and then he became like a drunkard. And then when he met Ezra, kind of rose back up again to become a Jedi.
Wait, Ezra was right after, wasn't it? Right after
No, it was
66?
that was years later.
Yeah, because that was just a few years.
How many years? Like 10 years later?
prior to episode 4. 66 happened in episode 3 to 4.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 30 year
Okay, so
gap.
it's got some time.
And Rebels, what, like 5 years maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
So we're talking about like a 18-year-old Kanan.
Maybe even younger.
Even younger.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that how they start Unleashed?
Yeah.
Is because Vader's tracking everyone down, then they find a baby, and he starts training them up since he was young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it would be probably a similar storyline,
True.
but hopefully it's more interactive than Force Unleashed. Like, it was cool and everything, but
It's
that
Momo. It's Momo.
shut the fuck
What happened? I missed
We're just
it.
hearing weird noises over the audio, and we don't know what it is.
No, I was
And we're like,
looking
it's
for
got-
it.
What the hell is that?
That sounds weird. I don't know what it is.
Sounds like it's electronic.
It's like one of those running machines. Oops.
Yeah, I hear it every once in a while. I don't know what it is.
So unprofessional.
Okay, so Tim,
Yeah.
my question to you is, as our in-house gamer, is the pressure on for EA to deliver on this Star Wars game?
Yes, it is.
Can you talk just a little bit about that? Why would you say that?
Because it's Star Wars. That's why.
Just 'cause it's Star Wars.
huge. I mean, they've already had a backlash with this Battlefront. Yeah, the first one. And
But
the second one, they kind of redeemed themselves until they made a bunch more changes on it. So,
But isn't
I mean, it was better though. The second one was, I feel like, a lot better, more fluid. I felt like the aerial combat was better. Some of the modes for multiplayer was fun too.
Mm-hmm. But it was missing a story.
But I
Right?
just felt like, yeah, it was
that was
like,
a big thing.
the story was even better. I mean, the first one didn't even have a story. I don't think it did. The second one had a story. It was like maybe 5 to 6 hours of gameplay before you beat the whole thing. And I'm so used to much a bigger, grander story.
Yeah,
Something that's going to take me 20 to 40 hours to complete.
especially if you were paying what $60-$70 for a game, probably.
Yeah.
But wasn't even that part of the controversy with the microtransactions, that there's a conversation taking place about EA losing license to do Star Wars because of that alone, because of the backlash? So I mean, wouldn't that would, I mean,
What's a
wouldn't that just be-
microtransaction? What is
They
that?
were pulling it from them, right? They were going to pull the whole thing from them.
From my understanding, that would put even more pressure that this game better be spectacular for them to continue putting up their
Is it
shit.
like in-app purchases or something?
Yeah, it was in-game purchases where you can buy this and have
Pay to
like,
win.
yeah,
Oh,
So it's like, yeah, you have there's certain like weapons
things that you could customize
can be
but
better than
abilities
others. Yeah,
and-
certain like, let's say, me and Micah have the same. we pilot the same ship. We have our favorite like
What ship are we piloting?
The A-wing, right?
Bullshit. I don't pilot.
You I probably wouldn't do it, but right,
Phantom.
piloting that, and
What?
Phantom. That's what you're piloting.
The A4 Phantom in like the United States military.
Has a cloaking mechanism. Cloaking, decloak.
She's plays the TIE Fighter game, so she knows her.
Yeah, it was an Imperial ship. Come on,
Okay.
dark side.
She got you there.
what happens is you have a group of people
Sorry,
who are
I'm not-
casual gamers.
I'm not flying ships.
And they're
I'm
just there to have
strangling
fun
people
and
to death
play
with a force. Go ahead, Tim. Sorry she interrupted.
And they're just there to have fun and play the game, win or lose. And Micah could be that casual, and then I'm the guy that's gonna say, you know what? No, like I want my advanced abilities now. Like I'm gonna get those loot crate boxes, pop them open for like $5.99
Because you're a
or
lazy
more.
son of a bitch. That's why.
And then it'll give me those. Okay, I got my card for extra boost. I got my card for longer time for lock on. I got my card for
Like flak jacket times 10 or
yeah,
whatever.
it'll boost health. Like it's gonna take more to take me
regenerate
down.
your health.
Right. So now my ship is like so much more stronger than Micah's because I'm paying for that.
Yeah.
And so now you have a separation of groups playing this game, unless you're really like
No.
gifted at playing like, casually without using any of that stuff. He's gonna have a hard time. He's gonna be dying. He's gonna be like constantly not losing and just not winning.
Yeah.
And that's not fun for a lot of people. So a lot of people are just gonna stop playing the game, and then their group of people is just gets smaller and smaller. Nobody's gonna, and then you have those people who are gonna say, I don't like that game because of these damn microtransactions, and that word spreads
Mhm.
through everybody else because people are winning because they're paying money. And Disney heard it, didn't like it, and says we're gonna stop doing that because people are just giving us a bad name.
Yeah.
Even though it was EA's decision or whoever decided to do those microtransactions in the first place.
Well, since this one is going to be, from what I'm seeing, a first-person shooter, there probably won't be a need for microtransactions, right?
Mm.
Because I would think microtransactions. Well, I guess you could.
Yeah, because what if I want the red saber, not the fucking stupid blue one?
Yeah.
See, like Overwatch has
Just kidding.
the reason why Overwatch has survived for 2 years now, and it still has a strong audience, a strong group of people playing that game. Just fan base. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thanks for getting that word for me, Micah. That they have. You can pay in that game, but it's all cosmetics. Like doesn't help you win. It's just like you're doing it to look cool. You're looking.
Yeah.
It has. Yeah.
Everybody's
It's
at
just
the
like-
same level, pretty much,
Yeah.
So this cosmetic.
like weapon-wise.
Yeah, or like you can say like taunt differently and stuff. Or you
Mhm.
can have different dances, different taunts.
Cosmetics.
Yeah.
Like buying brand new jeans with holes on them.
It's cosmetic.
Oh,
I'm sure if that game came out differently, if that game came out and it had like where it was boosting defense, it was boosting your
Mm-hmm.
offense, your team play, probably wouldn't have lasted as long as it has right now.
True. So
Word, homie. Word.
word to your
Mother.
Haha.
oh,
So
That.
is the pressure on for them to deliver? Yes, it is.
I would think so. Especially with what you call the microtransactions and people not. I don't think people
Because
like that.
they compare Battlefront, right? These Battlefronts to the old Battlefronts, and like it's never the same. Like people still go back and play
The old one.
the old one. I think they rebooted the servers for that reason. And then so this one, I feel like those older gamers are gonna play this and see, like, hey, this is not as good as the Force Unleashed was.
Mhm.
Why you spend all this time in this game?
Yeah.
It has to be better than that. It better be better than that.
Yeah.
If
that's true.
Battlefront wasn't, like, give them something.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that. And that's why our inside gamer, Tim, is like people are going to be judging it against
The old ones,
the Force Unleashed, this game.
which they've been asking for like a remake of
Yeah,
or a movie of or
and I don't think they are because it's not canon anymore.
no.
That sucks, right?
Yeah.
There are really cool characters in there.
Sounds like a cat locked in the cabinet.
I know, right? It does. I don't know what that is.
It's a rowing machine.
Is it the running
A
with
rowing
somebody's
machine at the gym. Like,
somebody's
oh, yeah.
Oh.
But
It's
it sounds
rowing
like
very
here, then over there,
slowly.
then back over here. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah. So,
Anyway.
so Taka Waititi.
Yeah.
Anyway, Taka Waititi discusses filming Star Wars: The Mandalorian. He stated that his approach was more in line with the presentation shown in the original trilogy of Star Wars movies. Can you enlighten us a bit on that? Read here.
Star Wars is very different to Marvel style, obviously, because I can stay awake during Star Wars. Oops, just kidding. They know that the tone of the first films really should be kind of adhered to, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what the fans like, and you can't really disrespect it. For most kids growing up with those films, like Boba Fett was one of the most favorite characters, even though he's barely in the films. Just the idea of bounty hunters, the helmets are so cool. Just getting to see the characters like that and getting to shoot with them is pretty cool. Would explained that he had a lot of fun working closely with Favreau.
Favreau.
Yeah. And give a hint at one of the
Favreau.
scenes.
At least Marvel fans can read. Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
It's kind of an art major.
You don't have to read art.
I communicate
Feel
through my
art.
pictures.
Favreau is a genius and so smart and so good at what he does and creating these worlds. The scripts are generally great. It was really fun. Oh, I guess I'm kind of bouncing off what he said. Sorry. Doing something in the Star Wars universe. It was every kid's dream just to see and be a stormtrooper. When you were doing these scenes with like 50 or 60 of them, it's pretty amazing. I loved it.
Did you write that, or is that actually a quote? Because I was like,
It's a quote.
is this Trump? So smart. It's so good.
It's so great.
It's excellent.
I like Jon Favreau.
You like Jon Favreau?
Yeah.
He's fun.
Yeah,
Seems like a cool
He's
guy.
a cool guy.
Right?
He did kind of bring the Marvel universe together. With
The what
Iron Man.
universe?
Marvel.
He was Rio in Star Wars.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
He's what?
Ooh, yeah. Who's Rio?
Rio, the character Rio in Star Wars, the one
Yeah.
that had like the forearm.
No. She's gonna tell us what movie he came out in. Just a movie.
He came in at Solo.
Oh.
He was one of the plane that died.
Planet?
The plane that died when they're trying to sabotage or heist.
He was
train?
the pilot
Is it
that
AT?
died.
Oh.
Is it AT Holler?
Just kidding. That's not him. We just want to make sure he would fall for that.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Never mind.
no, it actually
oh,
isn't.
fuck.
I'm like, yeah,
Okay,
that's
never
it.
mind. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't know.
Apparently neither do I.
I'm just kidding. It actually wasn't.
Asshole.
Whatever.
Y'all even who's getting that Disney Plus? Are y'all getting the Disney Plus?
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
If
Whoever wants
somebody
to give me
buys
the
it, I'll give them $5.
I'll charge you $5. How much did
$5
Can
you?
I
monthly
get some
for
of
your
that password, man?
Yes, I'm gonna need your HBO Go information again.
Oh, that's
Just saying.
You could do that. What is it like if it's like $12.99 a month? It's like I'll give you my password and charge you $5. It's less than 50%.
See? I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
it works out.
I'll do
Keep it
it.
honest. You change your password.
Oh.
The first time every month.
That would be
Izzy, I saw that you to give me that $5. Well, no, but okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So everybody here is gonna be.
Watch it somehow.
So y'all want to even watch this Mandalorian thing?
Of course.
Yes,
Maybe.
Maybe.
absolutely.
It says it has like 60 stormtroopers.
You watch ridiculous hours of animated, and you won't
I don't.
advance a little bit of that time to.
Now,
I'd rather watch
You!
Naruto.
You're talking like spend like watching what was that show? Naruto or something? Naruto? I don't know!
I haven't watched
I'm
it.
just saying you can't
Naruto.
segment a little bit of that time for Star Wars.
I don't do anything.
We know.
are you gonna watch Love, Death, Robots?
Oh yes,
The hell is that?
I'm excited for that.
Me too, man.
What's that?
Love, Death, and Robots.
It's on Netflix. It's original anime.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Looks really
it's-
good.
Yeah.
Netflix has been putting out really good stuff.
They have.
God.
like
I'm
you.
thinking Nate.
You,
Nate
Black,
put a
You mean to
picture
Netflix?
last
Black
night.
Box? Dark?
Bird Box.
No. Black
Sure.
Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
That shit is so weird.
So good.
Is it good?
It's crazy.
I've only seen
Yeah.
the first.
It's like Twilight Zone on crack.
I can't sleep.
It makes me feel
Violated.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. Yeah, it makes me
But
feel
in a
uncomfortable.
good way.
When
Oh,
I,
I remember you saying that.
when I was in Belfast, they watched that a lot.
That's how I know.
And I was just sitting there watching. I was like,
That's how I
It's
know
weird.
working.
it's like 60 seconds. It's like, what the fuck? Is this Black
Yeah.
Mirror again? They're like, yeah, Mike. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I like it. That's good.
There's definitely some interesting things, but it's just, you just feel that. You're like, "Ugh, I need to take a shower.
That
Yeah.
It's dirty.
The episode with John Hamm. man,
But
that
then you
was my
think people
favorite
are
episode.
watching you.
I don't know if I watched that one.
That was so
Yeah.
good. The Snow Globe.
Oh,
That-
yes.
that episode.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first
Looking
episode.
good.
That was too much for you. Or what?
With a pig.
Yeah.
Ew, I didn't like that one. I didn't like that one.
That was the
I don't
one.
remember
That was the craziest one.
I was like, what?
We started off
I don't remember that
way shit.
But I thought they were gonna get
Well,
like,
there-
right. I
there
thought
are
they were gonna
some
get right
things.
to the point, just a psychological aspect. Like, would you?
No one would
And then
ever
I was
do
like,
that. No
oh
one
my
would ever do
god,
that.
they're showing it all, Tim.
No way, man. I wouldn't blame the president if we want to do that. Like nobody wants
Well,
to do
for
that.
starters, he's a prime minister.
Well, close enough. Well,
You,
So everybody-
you wouldn't blame someone for doing that, but you're gonna be like, fake fucker.
What? Okay, I didn't watch that one. I didn't watch that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I don't watch it.
I like
Don't.
the dating app one. That one was really cute.
So that's probably why you got into it, because if you started off with that one,
It's
You probably wouldn't
turned
ever wanna
people
watch
off.
it.
Yeah, that was the one I started with.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. I think I started
Well, that was
with
the
the
first
one
episode. Though.
where it's like the game designer guy, and he puts like all the people from his office, like he makes like little versions of them and puts them in a game where he's the captain. It's like Star Trek kind of.
oh, that's
the
not,
game that he
yeah,
made.
that's what they won an award for that episode.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one.
that was crazy.
How many episodes?
There's like 3 seasons
They
now.
made a movie.
No, there's more.
I watched the movie. It's
4
fucking-
seasons. I
The
think.
Oh,
Bandersnatch or something?
yeah.
Yeah, so that reminds me of Bandersnatch, that gaming one,
God damn it.
like Bandersnatch.
Was that any good?
It's was a headache after a while.
I didn't.
It was okay.
It was all right.
Mm.
It was interesting. It was
Did you?
interesting to do, but it was really crappy because there was like,
I found it most
8.
interesting when he talked about Pac-Man.
yeah.
Yeah, it was was it something in control? What did PAC stand for?
Political Action Committee?
No.
Let me look it up.
People are
But,
in control or something?
No matter what, like you got to pick
But like
what
Pac-Man,
happened in the movie, but there were like 8 for sure outcomes that were going to happen.
Okay.
So no matter what, you would ultimately reach maybe like 4
Mhm.
4 outcomes.
But it also, I mean, obviously, it would, since you're able to make choices, it kind of personalizes the experiences. But for some of the things that you're making the person do and what you end up seeing, it almost makes you responsible for. I don't want to give anything away.
It makes you responsible for killing somebody.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
she said it. So.
Well,
Like he
I'm not
has to
saying
kill
who.
someone, or he has to do something, and then like
People
so.
die.
No.
And so you can make an
you
action.
can finish the game without killing him.
No, you
If you can
can't
finish
because
that
it goes
session.
back. No, it circles back.
It goes
When it
back.
circles back to, yeah, it does circle back, but it circles back to before even that
It
scene
still
even happens. Where
it
he
still
pops
comes
out, where he jumps out the building.
it still comes at that nexus though, where you either make the same decision you did before, or you're stuck back in the
either
loop.
you
It
die,
drives you to do
either
this.
you die or he dies, or you die, and,
Or no, or,
or
the,
nobody dies, and it's the therapist trying,
Mhm.
or you're just in a movie. Like you're just like acting the whole thing the whole time. That's the ending I liked. Because there was four different endings. Like yeah, there was all these. I didn't like the
I feel
ending.
like this is a conversation for that pseudo podcast that I was talking
So
about.
I didn't like any of the endings until I got that ending. So when I got at that ending, I was like, oh, this is the way it should end. Like it should end like this. And right when I thought that, the credits started rolling. I was like, perfect. That's good. Like it was good. It was a good movie. It just gave me a headache.
But what would have been the percentage of people who actually chose that path? You know how many people? Let's just say half.
Oh, there's
Half
five.
of the people.
There's 5 endings.
Let's just say half of the people who watched that came up to the decision you had to kill someone. How is that different from something like an actual murderer
Programming.
publicizing an internet site?
Program
to
and
watching
control for Pac-Man.
Oh, that's what
Anyway, it's interesting. It's a headache,
let's bookmark that.
and
for
it's a
some
bummer
reason.
that there's only 5 outcomes.
Would y'all watch
such a bummer.
a Star
It
Wars
is a bummer.
movie like that?
It'd be good for
Ooh.
like a unanimous, like we're all sitting here watching a movie.
Yeah,
We argue about what he should do as a character.
Yeah.
And
Like what if
Especially with the time that
See what
they gave you.
happens.
They gave you like 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
got a time frame.
So it's like, no, do this, no, that, do this, no, do this. No, he's gonna do this, no, do that.
what if it was at a theater and you had a little remote or whatever and there was like 10 numbers
It's frustrating.
and 10 seconds and it gave the audience, okay, you have these choices.
Okay.
Make a choice. And the audience,
See, I feel like the only way that could work for Star Wars is because you still have to be consistent with the story, right? So I feel like
I guess they
relevant. Oh, I
They
mean,
could brand it under a Legends thing. You know what I mean?
well, okay, sure, they could do that, but what I mean is,
The story will split too much, and you'll have nothing that's
This-
concrete.
the whole premise of like if you go back in time, you could change the circumstances, but you can't change the outcome.
Yeah.
So like regardless of the choices that you make instead of watching a movie such as a Star Wars movie, you know,
Thrawn is
Luke is always going to die.
or they're
Thrawn
gonna-
is always going to
Yeah.
blow up that ship.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
It's always going to happen, but at least you feel like you're given the autonomy to make the decision yourself, despite the fact
How they
that
got
it's going to
there.
happen no matter what.
Yeah. How they got there.
Okay, I mean, kind of like an example, like
Kind of like the NBA.
how it's scripted.
Just,
Anyway,
sorry.
no, but I just
Yeah.
I feel like the only way that can work for Star Wars is if they still have the same circumstances,
Mhm.
regardless of the choices that you make.
Yeah.
Because if there's choices, you might take a different path, but it's all going to meet up at that nexus point, and that's going to be the carry on to the next movie.
Then why?
Which would be interesting, but I don't think you could. I still don't think you could do it for a movie. Well, it would definitely have to be a Legends movie, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because
And characters that you have no idea who they are or what they do.
So Rey could be dark.
Mhm.
She could slice up porgs for fun. Shish kebabs.
Yeah, no.
That's not really a show of power, though, is it? Right?
That's
No.
just
She's crazy.
cool. Yeah.
It's to show that she's willing to do whatever she has to do anything.
Because the port's going to take over
Yeah.
the Millennium Falcon.
Hey, they are messing with the wiring. We saw that in episode 8.
We did. Do you think?
Ooh,
Do you think that the Millennium Falcon is going to
that's
episode
fun.
9?
With
Don't hurt my
Lando,
feelings. I'd be offended.
with Lando and Chewie inside.
Damn.
Ow, that's brutal, man.
And Akbar.
He's already
Too
dead, dude.
late, yeah.
Too late.
Well, now wait a minute. He has an endoskeleton. He's a crustacean,
Oh my god.
and
So you're saying he's running around somewhere naked? Is that what you're telling us, Lewis?
and they can hold their breath for prolonged periods of time.
Didn't they explode?
Define prolong.
I think they can
5
for
minutes or 5 seconds?
days, actually.
He'll just swim
That's
to another
BC.
planet.
But then he'll freeze to death, especially without his outside skeleton.
Mm.
Exo.
Oh, an endoskeleton. An endoskeleton.
The science guy.
Don't we have an endos? It's inside.
He has a
Endoskeleton is inside.
Endo, right? Exos on the outside, endos on the
Yeah.
inside. Okay.
Well, that's what you're saying. He has an outer layer.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
Stupid.
Exo-
You were talking shit to you two.
So he has that.
And you
exoskeleton.
get your game, dude.
So do we.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
So he has an exoskeleton.
Like a cockroach.
Yes.
Barfo.
Cockroach.
Like a
Flying.
Oh,
Like
good
a-
bug.
like
It's
a-
a dead bug.
like a crab.
There you go. A floating space
Mhm.
crab.
So they could pick him up. You know.
Step on him.
Where he get close enough to the sun and cook himself, and someone's gonna be like,
Do you think it would be like a lobster, where he's floating, so he doesn't really feel that he's getting cooked?
Oh,
Sad.
yeah.
"Is it getting warm in here? Why is my arm red?"
Oh my gosh! So I forgot what we were talking about.
Sunburn.
Boiled frogs.
Boiled frogs.
Bullfrogs?
Bullfrogs.
Boiled frogs.
Boiled frogs. Didn't hear it wrong. I was like, wait.
You want some Louisiana fried cakes?
Have y'all ever tried
No.
frog legs?
Yes.
No.
Ew.
Good. I like it.
I like them.
Do you eat them like the whole thing?
I've
Or is it
never
like a
tried
chicken
it's like
wing?
It's like a chicken.
Do you eat the
Oh, okay.
toenails
Oh,
too?
yeah. They have that here in Corpus?
I tried them at Blackbeard's
I was in
on,
Louisiana.
on the other side of the freeway. By
On North Beach.
by the
There was
Where?
also
You got 'em
Bayou
bone in?
Grill. Yeah.
yeah. You just
Let's go to the
it's
next
like
topic.
it's like
Discuss.
there's the legs, right?
Do they kick?
And they
Do they have them in pairs?
yeah, well, like they're like attached, right? So they just got two legs.
I remember I
They're
first
like,
saw
right? Is
that.
that how you got yours? Mine were like that.
I don't remember.
So I like snapped it,
Oh.
right? And then I like
That's so.
What does it say?
it's like like your knee. It has a knee, and like bend a little knee. Yeah,
It's like a chicken wing.
yeah it
Yeah.
is literally like a chicken wing.
Alligator's pretty good too.
Alligator is pretty good.
I remember seeing that first on was it Waterboy, and I was like, did they just do this for the movie? And then I found out they did. I'm like, don't go to Louisiana.
It had the texture to me of like
Chicken.
no
The gator had
Flaky
was
fish.
like shrimp. for me.
Yeah.
Or
the
fish.
yeah like real flaky fish.
So back to Star Wars.
Oh yeah Star Wars. I wonder
What
if
do
they'll
you
have.
think, team?
I wonder. Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
I messed up again.
Lewis, what do you think, team?
What do you think, team? With this info about the Mandalorian, will it deliver the kind of feeling that we've come to expect from the movies? If so, it's going to be amazing, I think. So apparently, they're given. I'm wondering if they're given what kind of budget they were given for this. With Jon Favreau writing, you got Pablo Pascal, you got Carl Weathers, you got
Pedro Pascal?
did I say Pedro Pascal?
Hey, you said Pablo.
Did I?
That sounds like
I don't
Man,
know.
what?
I'm
you
screwing
said.
all up today.
No, I was just like,
Pedro Pascal.
who's that? I
Carl
don't know.
Weathers.
His brother.
Who else is Nick? Is it Nick Nolte?
Nick Jonas.
Oh yeah,
I'll watch that.
Oh yeah, Nick Nolte, but we don't know who's playing it.
Yeah.
yeah. Nick Jonas, so he could die in the first episode,
Oh yeah.
and then
I'll only watch the
I
first
said Rex
episode
last
over
time, and y'all were
and
like, what?
That would be awesome though.
Yeah.
That would be cool. All grizzled, right?
It's all this stuff.
Yeah. With the
Oh,
scar.
yeah.
From taking the
What's his name? Something Morrison, right?
Who?
huh? Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison.
I said, what is his name?
If you build tits.
The guy who plays.
What?
Yeah.
Did you hear that too?
Clone
Jim
Trooper.
Morrison?
Django?
No,
Yes.
never mind. What did you
That
say?
is.
If you
Oh
build
yeah, it
it,
is.
they will come.
Tamara Morrison?
If you build it, they will come.
Okay.
Like if they had Rex, they would have to have Morrison in there.
Viggo
I don't
Mortensen.
think so.
He's a clone.
But I mean, he may not. Like he might not
He's a
take
clone.
take the role. So, you know what I mean? I don't know if he would.
But no, I think it's gonna be pretty badass. The show.
Our show?
Getting back to your question. You asked a question, dude.
Yeah, I did. Thank you. Thank you for answering, Micah.
God damn it.
What do you think, Izzy?
At least he'd be like Space Cowboy.
You think so?
What?
And
You ever
sing.
seen Space Cowboy?
No.
Why? Space Cowboy for NSYNC.
I'm gonna walk away.
Why
from
are you-
all
yeah,
of
yeah,
them
yeah,
off of the
Oh
plane.
yeah, I forgot about that song.
I love
I
it.
know
With
that
Left
song.
Eye.
I'm the only one that knows that song.
Is it too
I've
loud
never
for you?
heard of that.
It's good.
too
No, it was my ear. It was my ear.
song.
Everyone be nice to Los now.
Don't be nice to me. I don't deserve that kind of treatment.
Yeah, you got a point.
Richard.
Who's part of that?
Yours.
Richard.
Richard.
Well, my name's not until now. Fine.
There is no part.
What?
Richard E. Grant did speak on the level of secrecy behind episode 9. Oh, because it has the line
Oh,
and then it's
it does.
duplicated but with my name.
Yeah.
Okay, so Richard E. Grant speaks on the level of secrecy behind episode 9. He said, quote, "Oh, it's definitely worth it. If you're a Star Wars fan, and I am, then knowing what's coming in this knowing what's coming in this is quite something. I absolutely understand why they're so secretive about it, because it's very exciting. It's extraordinary," he began. "They don't give you a script. You have to go to a room where there are bodyguards outside, closed circuit television cameras, and it's printed on a crimson pages, so you can't photograph it. You have to read it in there and then leave. You're given the pages on the day that you work, and you have to sign out for them as well," Richard added. "There are security guards on the set. The protection continues behind the walls of Pinewood Studios too. Grant reveals covering up like a celebrity avoiding paparazzi, except instead of TMZ and the barrage of dumb questions, they're avoiding drones with cameras. Oh shit. They give you a cloak over your head because apparently they have drones going over Pinewood Studios, so they try to take photographs of what people are playing," Richard shared.
Damn.
Ouch.
That's crazy. I
That's
haven't heard of
intense.
that level of like secrecy behind it.
Yeah, so
Star Wars.
Wow.
that's why we haven't
Cool.
seen any. I mean, really, nothing's
Nothing.
been
Yeah.
leaked or pictures or
They do a
sets.
good
or-
job at that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, do you need a charge?
Yeah, later.
Okay. So how you guys feel about that? Would you want to be in a Star Wars movie?
Yeah. Nope.
No,
I would get really angry if I was like constantly like.
because like every show you go on, they're gonna be asking you.
Yeah, and
What
you're
can
all ha ha ha. What?
Is that your response?
I would just stare.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? We're Star Wars fans, right?
Yeah.
You become Star Wars.
I just don't want to get asked questions. I do love
Who asked you questions today? You know, in that movie.
What if I accidentally spill the beans and they're
Answers
all
just like that.
They cut your
They-
story.
You die.
Like what's
yeah, she dies.
I had a 3-picture deal.
Tom from Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, or
Oh,
you
that's
could,
horrible.
or you
right?
could develop into. I think they did that on purpose.
You think so?
No, I think there's sometimes that he's gotten close. Like I know there's a skit where they're asking him like he's sitting there with Benedict Cumberbatch and they're asking him, now that there's a Venom movie, how would you feel about symbiote suit? And he's like, that hasn't even become in the discussion. He's like, well, we're having a discussion about it. And then Benedict Cumberbatch, for a spoiler, he's like, but. I mean, yeah, like I feel like he might be more susceptible to it because he hasn't been in the game as long.
Mhm.
But I think partly too, the things that he's spoiled have been scripted by Disney for him to do so.
Mhm.
But it would definitely be a hard avenue. Like if you could get good at you could get good about it, like Harrison Ford. Like when was it Conan?
Mhm.
They paid him off. He said, "Give me money right now if you tell us about Star Wars." He goes, "Okay." Heard they're making one.
Yeah.
Like,
Just be all
just as
whatever,
tourist
whatever.
people. Yeah.
So I did see like a picture of Grant in a First Order costume, I guess, uniform. Maybe like a rank below. What's his name? Hux? Or maybe Admiral. So I'm assuming that he's a captain or some kind of commander or something like that. So
Rear Admiral.
what do y'all think about him as a character in that role. Do you think he's going to take over like Hux's spot, or?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think it's just. I mean, well, we talked about it because some of the roles that he's had before, I guess, was more akin to playing like a bad guy.
Like a bad guy, yeah.
So I mean, I think we were already kind of like,
Sinister.
well, I mean, at first we are like, oh man, that'd be crazy if he was Thrawn.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, that kind of seems right for him to have some kind of support cast as being part of the First Order.
Do you think he'll be Hux's backbone?
Possible, maybe like his mentor,
Mm-hmm.
or like who taught him, or maybe even his father. But I don't think it's his father.
No, because Hux killed his father.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that part of? Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that's in canon. He killed his father so he could get that position.
Oh shit. Well, maybe this is like his mentor then.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now with Kylo Ren just kind of flying off the hinges.
Yeah.
He's looking for some kind of new support to reaffirm his position.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sarah?
What?
How do you
Sorry,
think?
I was reading the Mad Libs.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Let her
sorry.
read the Mad Libs. What do you think, Tim?
I think Grant is such a strong actor that he can't be second fiddle to Hux. He can't be.
What? Second fiddle?
You never heard of that?
Why not?
No.
You don't think he would be
Devil and
like
Georgia.
Tyrion? What was Tyrion's dad?
The Hand of the King.
Yeah,
That
something
title?
like that.
Well, I feel like he would
Tywin
probably have, yeah, because Hux and Kylo are always fighting each other.
Yeah.
So, why not have someone who actually listens to you,
Mm-hmm.
like do whatever I say when I say it,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll follow those orders that's given to him. And then Hux would kind of just like, eventually, I think he'll die off, but Grant is the one that comes forward.
And I'm thinking that maybe Kylo wants somebody who's stronger than Hux. Because apparently Kylo is asking Snoke, why do we keep this idiot around? You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
Hux failed. I'm like, Vader would have killed his ass right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly.
Like
exactly.
you destroyed all those ships, you lost, or that big ship we had.
Mhm.
We needed that,
Yeah,
and there's no excuses for that loss, and you would have just choked him out right there.
yeah.
And Hux would have been done.
Dunzo. Finito.
I mean, I think Hux is dead in this movie coming up.
Will be dead?
Not will be dead, but I
Gonna
think
be
Kylo
dead.
Ren's gonna kill his ass
That'd be really nice
and
to see it.
and
That'd be
replace him.
real poetic.
With
yeah,
Grant, right?
with Grant.
Has to be.
That's what I'm thinking.
It would be nice and poetic, but I don't feel like that's a move that they would do
Why? Because it's kind of like the other one.
because of the dynamic there, and especially if Abrams is back, which means we'll probably get a Hux from episode 7 then rather than episode 8.
Oh yeah.
So he will be that kind of maniacal,
Unless Kylo Ren plays them against each other.
The Hux from 8 was not. I don't know. Was weaker than 7.
What?
Do you like Hux's
I like it was weaker
character?
than 7.
Hux is obviously
Like a
weaker.
diva.
Mm-hmm.
But more diva, Kylo Ren's a diva. Like, he's like an annoying, I don't like him.
You don't like him?
There you go. I don't,
Okay. I was just curious.
I don't care for him.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you like his character? I mean,
Who?
not, Hux.
I remember I
I know
went
he's-
a long rant about it, but I like him as 7, not an 8.
Not Nate.
And that's why I think J.J. Abrams is going to
Right that.
course correct that, if you will.
Yeah.
But how do they get all this funding, right? Because they're not part of the Empire.
No.
They're kind of like the Splinter Cell, if you
Yeah.
will.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
like, maybe Grant, in some fashion, it was like their connection. Maybe that was like their main guy that was in the Republic or something.
Mhm.
That was kind of help funding this whole. Really, the First Order, in a sense, is a rebellious band,
True.
especially with the Republic being alive.
I mean, and I'm gonna deviate just a little bit because I know y'all don't know, and y'all haven't been watching The Resistance.
Who would?
I've been watching it. I'm up to date on it, and it's really neat because the animation isn't what I want it to be, and it's a story for kind of like kids, but it does show how the First Order manipulated, I guess, this station to allow them to come in to protect them, and then in turn take over that station in like in a blink of an eye. And they're doing it in kind of like the times that we're in, where they're like, we're doing this to protect you. If we don't do this, you won't have protection from pirates or, you know, scavengers that are coming to your station here. You need us here. But while they're there, it's like they're ruling over them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to see that dynamic and how, if they can do that for one station and then they kind of like spread throughout the galaxy doing and manipulating that way, it's worth a watch if you want to see
It sounds like
see that.
last night, the movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's just like
I mean, that's how Resistance is.
I guess, yeah.
You know, you can see them take over this area, very, very manipulative.
Mhm.
You know, in a sense where it's like, hey, you know, we want to be here to help you, but in reality, it's like, what the hell's going on here? You know what I mean? When you turn around and you're like, whoa, they're like, you know, where are you going? And it's like, I'm gonna go get something to eat. You're not supposed to be in this sector. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you're like, yesterday I was doing whatever the hell I wanted to. Now you're telling me where I can go and where I can't go. You know what I mean? It's if y'all get a chance to watch it, I think it's
Nazi occupation.
yeah, almost, yeah. You can feel that tension moving that way, but in a kid's show. So I wonder if maybe he'll.
In a kid show, like, what are you doing over
What
here?
did the kids
Be careful, or I'm gonna shoot you with a Nerf gun.
Yeah.
Remember,
wonder-
kids, guns are bad.
I wonder if maybe Grant's character might show up in this thing later on. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Could be. I don't know. We'll see.
Is he the help from the outer room?
The outer rim.
Ouch.
I was like, get out of my inner rim.
Good Lord. Sarah, have you decided on a Mad Lib?
Yeah.
We got plenty of time. So if you guys have any other news or y'all want to talk about anything else.
Oh, well, it has to do with Star Wars, but it's like not like Star Wars, but like it involves it.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so Lights, she's collabed in this song.
Oh, okay.
Sleepy Tom, I think it's like a DJ, and their music video has like Star Wars in it, like the character.
Oh, cool.
From the movie? Or
But like there's
animated?
like Boba Fett and like C-3PO and all that stuff.
I wonder if she got permission to do
Last
that.
night, when we was
I don't,
on the
it's
bus.
his video.
Oh,
They're like I don't know.
Did
It
you
was
see
just
the
like
magazine
a
he was-
still from
Never
their
mind.
video.
Oh, yeah, I did.
I haven't seen it
More?
yet.
I was going to mention that, but
I don't want to break up the movie.
it was a script, right? He was reading for the script.
Was it a script? I thought
Yeah, he was reading lines.
Oh, from Moments?
Yeah, he kept repeating the line over and over, like trying to say it right, wasn't he? It was a script
Yeah, that makes sense.
because it's in that era.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So what are y'all talking about?
Nothing.
That movie.
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
It's
so I wonder.
Lights with Boba Fett.
I sent it to Micah.
I don't have my phone with me.
I
Right now.
have my phone.
You know, she's very popular right now. So I wonder if they got permission to do that. I don't know.
I think he's bigger than her because
Okay.
it's his video
Oh.
and it's in Canada. So
Canada.
That's
No.
pretty cool.
yeah, I saw it and I was like, that's funny.
That's funny. Actually, I did have something to say, but I thought we had talked about it. Maybe I shared it.
Okay.
Huh?
Y'all going to the South Texas Comic Con?
I want go.
In McAllen?
No.
Which one?
Not
Here.
gonna go.
Oh, you're talking about Corpus Christi Comic Con.
Oh, that was called the same thing.
No. There's one in McAllen, and Junis. I forgot what his last name is. Usomato or something. like that?
Usamaki.
The one who plays.
Okay.
The
He
one who
plays
plays
Chewbacca.
Chewie?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's gonna be there. Yeah.
I'm sure it's the Instagram thing.
Yeah, you made him. Let me see. So, I was looking at the tickets for the Corpus Christi Comic Con. I think they're about $40 for one day.
No, that's not
Somewhere
bad
around
at all.
there. No. Tim said he might be going.
I want to go.
The Matt Smith thing?
This is the McAllen one, right?
No.
No, Corpus.
Oh,
She was talking about Corpus Christi.
CCCTX.
Oh,
See
yeah.
Matt Smith?
Yeah, well, I sent
Both?
if you paid attention to the Instagram chat, yes, you would know Matt Smith.
Who's Matt Smith?
The doctor.
The doctor.
Oh,
The 11th
Who?
doctor.
Yes.
That one.
thank you guys.
That one.
For Alan?
So, Doctor Who said he's not going to be in Star Wars
Oh,
Well,
after all.
what?
Yeah.
What?
because they said he was, and then they said, and then in an interview they said that he said that he wasn't.
And then I saw another article said he's lying because J.J. Abrams has done this before.
Yeah, and they actually, well, because it was specific to that when they were asking J.J. Abrams when they're doing Star Trek in the Darkness about Benedict Cumberbatch being Khan, and they were trying to make it out to be something completely different from what he was. That is just more of those lies that they're spinning up.
Mhm.
So and maybe
Such a liar.
Maybe Matt
J.J.'s not
Smith.
afraid to lie to cover
No, hell no.
shit up.
He's like, I'm not going to give you a false narrative. I'm just going to say, just no, he doesn't exist.
What if his scenes got deleted?
What if his scene got dusted?
Crop dusted?
They don't need his picture.
Marvel, Jesus, people. What if he has that influential of a role though? Yeah, no, he's not in there.
What kind of character do you see him playing? Because I've never seen him. I've never seen him act. I've
A
never
young
seen him act.
Snoke.
A young Snoke?
Ooh, I don't
Like a
know.
flashback or something?
I don't know, maybe.
Nah, they'd get Andy Serkis to do that.
I don't know what I would see.
I would hope so.
What kind of? Do you watch Doctor Who?
I haven't watched it since like high school.
You haven't? Did you watch him act?
Yeah.
Did you like him?
Mhm.
Okay, so with the way that he was acting, what kind of character would you see him playing in the Star Wars universe?
I think he would be a good bad guy. Like
A good bad guy?
Yeah.
a good bad guy. A good bad.
Like a spy?
Good at being a bad guy, or
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So not a
A good
spy.
one.
No,
Or maybe he is a spy
Did you
for
watch,
the First Order infiltrating the Resistance?
Could be.
oh.
did you watch Terminator Genesis?
No.
The latest one?
No.
Did you tell?
Mm-mm.
No.
He was actually
They're doing a reboot of that.
yeah, no, with James Cameron. I'm actually excited about it. But Matt Smith had a super, super small role. He was supposed to be the representation of the computers when he was going back in time.
Mm-hmm.
When they get in there and Kyle Reese is about to go back, and right before him, like you see Matt Smith is supposed to be the representation of, I guess,
The AI?
the AI,
Skynet.
Skynet. Yeah, no, actually, no, they're changing it. But he was just supposed to be the physical
No reason
representation of him, and he did something to John Connor, like right as Kyle Reese is going back. So I was like, "What the fuck?" I don't know. He seemed like a very ominous, dark kind of character,
Mhm.
and I would think that, well, fuck, Matt Smith could be, one of the Knights of Ren.
I don't. Oh, I think it's a part of the Resistance. I was like, I don't want that.
No, I want him to, have a dark role too, and I don't know as much of him, but just what I've seen, he just seems like he could really don
I've only seen pictures of him. I haven't
a
even
dark
seen him
role.
act.
I mean, because maybe he's like one of the only Knights of Ren that takes off their helmet and actually has like
Mhm.
a conversation. Maybe like he's a quote unquote leader when Kylo Ren's not there.
Yeah, like second in command.
Yeah, like the squad leader or some shit.
Mhm.
And like maybe like they got a big name for that just so it had this kind of like real authority behind it.
I know, Tim, you like that kind of genre. Have you seen him act in anything?
No.
You
I
didn't see
haven't.
him in Doctor Who?
Well, that's it. That's all I've
Oh.
seen.
Okay, well, you saw him in Doctor Who. Well, what do you think kind of character he would portray? In your opinion, I mean, you can agree with them, but I'm just curious because I've never seen him act. Like I said, I've only seen him in pictures.
They like getting characters with these accents.
Well, and if you go back in history, the Empire would have English accent, and if you notice, the rebels had American accent.
American.
So that's kind of the
Mhm.
split or divide there. I think it's changed a little bit now, but
I think if they use his face, that he would be evil. Not, or he would be on that dark side.
Use his face, throw away the rest of the body.
like he'd be a walking.
Ew.
Ew,
Ew.
I hate that.
You're bringing back critters, man.
I was thinking more of the Thing.
That's the thing's cool too.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Shit is trippy.
Yeah, it is.
That's why it's so great.
I haven't seen the new one though,
But it's
I like
good.
that one too.
I like that one.
but the one with Kurt Russell.
That was good too.
Yeah,
That
I
was-
think they're,
original-
they're
the
both
original.
good, but the originals, I love that movie.
Mhm.
I think it's like a thing of fucking nightmares, dude.
Have y'all seen that?
Did
You've never seen the Thing?
I saw it one time with Miranda's
She
mom.
just saw Wayne's World.
I said I saw it one time.
One time. That's my favorite
Remember
horror
anything
movie.
of it?
No.
You knew Marcus Aurelius. No, I said he touched me on the shoulder one
once.
time.
I love that. Marcus Aurelius.
That's such a good scene. Dude.
That's how I felt the interaction. All right, Sarah.
Mhm.
Maximus.
Shadows of Dust.
Maximus Aurelius. Are you ready for
Maximus Decimus.
The libs is mad.
libs that are mad?
Yes.
Who wants to help her out with that?
Tim.
Which one are you gonna do? This one?
Or
Yeah.
Micah.
I can't read.
We already
Yeah.
read it.
Wait,
though.
don't read it though.
We haven't read it.
You,
though.
like you're gonna give me the
Oh,
words.
so I'm giving you the words.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you're gonna read.
I already read it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
No.
Fill in the
She,
words.
she asked.
No, I already read it.
You already read it.
I already read it.
Yeah, so
I'm
she
gonna ask-
can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
well,
want
do
to know what
that one.
happened.
Do a different one.
But I like this.
Oh, you like that one? Oh,
I read it.
okay.
The whole point is there's only supposed to be
I'll
one
do a
person
different
that
one.
sees this.
Yeah.
Her.
Me.
That's what I'm saying. Continue, Sarah.
Okay.
The rest of these
So you're gonna
podcasts don't know what's
have
going
Tim fill it in,
Sure.
and then you're gonna read
And
it.
then I'll read it.
Okay.
Okay. A plural noun.
Boobs.
Can I borrow that
on.
post-it?
You better bring it. You know, it's funny too. I was thinking
Or here, use the back of this.
That's how it
Okay.
should be done. I forgot what's his name, Joe Santagano or something like that. He has videos and they do the Mad Libs,
Yeah.
and they have to do the water test where they have the guy is like he's giving out like really like obscene answers or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
But then so he begins to read it out, but the other guy has a cup of water and he has to have his mouth and he's like trying not to laugh and then he's like spewing water all over the place.
there's one that Jimmy Fallon did with Chris Pratt. It's like a Christmas edition. It's really funny.
Hmm.
Chris Pratt is Santa. Anyway, he answered like my nads for one of them. It's like,
Tim,
it's
see?
really funny. Anyway,
Take it outside the box.
verb.
Oh, for a verb.
Yeah.
Hmm. What the heck?
Maybe keep the verbs PG.
Let's go with bouncing.
Okay.
Get out.
I mean,
We know what
okay.
line is that? Is he kidding?
Tigger was bouncy.
Oh my god, really? That's
you
not
say?
how it's gonna
Bouncy
read.
song.
That's not how it's gonna read.
Okay.
Tim, is this because of yesterday? He just looked at me.
I don't remember yesterday.
Yeah, of course not.
Oh, no, you're talking about, yeah.
I don't want to know.
I was at work.
We glued a sticker to the floor. That's
yeah.
all we did.
Yeah.
Still what we
A
need to do.
plural noun.
A plural noun. Another one.
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm scared.
My nad.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Nads? What did you
Nads.
say?
I
Nads?
said nads.
No, you gotta come up with your own word.
Yeah, do nads.
Oh. It's gotta be original. though.
Okay, sorry. That was the only one. Another plural noun.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mhm.
You gotta take this one.
No. What's it, Tim? Tim goes, anal beads.
Oh, God.
How about buckets?
I was thinking something like that, yeah.
Buckets.
What the fuck?
Particle entanglement.
That's not.
No, I was saying particle entanglement.
Oh,
But I said buckets.
buckets.
Yeah.
Okay. Another plural noun.
Pajamas.
Okay.
In your mind, where are you at right now? Is it a bedroom?
I
Oh my god. That's funny.
Clothing are slippers.
know. Oh my god. Noun.
Nouns?
No. No.
I'm mad about that.
I don't know.
What? Another one?
Another noun.
Just one.
I'm really concerned now.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good.
About a loaf of bread.
Stop giving him advice, you punk. This is Tim's. No, I'm just kidding. This is Tim's shit show.
About a Sonic Slurpee.
A slurp.
Oh god.
Shit.
There you go.
Oh.
This
No, that's an action, not a verb. That's a verb, not a noun.
That's an action, not a verb.
Go with
Yeah, no.
fuck it. Photograph.
Look at this graph.
Okay. Adjective. I'm afraid.
The way Tim's been going.
I
Smelly.
know. God.
Something like engorged or something.
Jesus.
No. Is that an adjective?
No. Actually, it is an adjective.
Is perving an adjective?
Curving? I'm pretty sure in that context it's a verb.
I think it's a Y at the end.
Pervy.
Pervy.
Oh
Proverbial?
no. Curve. I don't know. Okay. La, 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 la. Plural noun.
Go.
No, not again.
No, what? Boobs again?
How about spectacles?
No, it's Tim. Continue on your pervy route.
I know. God, this is
What is it
so
called?
weird.
Oops, bad.
Prophylactics.
You need a special.
Oh, dude! What a joke.
Is that lamb skin?
Oh my god.
This is not gonna be good.
Noun.
Who's gonna read this? Tim's not gonna be able to
She
get
has
it.
to.
I'll read it.
The person writing stuff down is the person who reads it.
Okay.
So everyone's able to enjoy.
No.
That's the way it works.
Let's go with pumpkin.
Ew.
Okay.
Pumpkin scented. Tim, your kid brain is all over the place, bro.
Okay.
Mind.
Hang on.
What?
Hang on. Noun.
Oh god. Just say it, dude. I know you have it.
No.
Yes.
I think I've already covered too much of that stuff.
What
No, you
are
have
you? What
to
do you
keep
need?
going.
She wants to use a
Noun.
noun.
A noun?
Mhm.
I know he has something, but he doesn't want to say it.
Because he went.
How many are left?
1, 2,
Not nouns, but like two altogether.
6, including that one.
Okay.
You have to be
That's not
consistent.
too
You
bad.
started with that.
Wood. He said be consistent. I was like, wood.
What did you put?
Wood.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah. Wood.
Okay, then I'll stop. Let's chill out.
Noun.
Last part. Drone.
This is a weird fantasy.
A verb ending in ing.
Verb ending in what?
Ing.
Ing.
Ing. Ing. Running.
A wedding?
Hiking.
Mm-hmm.
Striking.
Driving.
I thought that was going to say screwing.
What's the title of this thing?
How do you-
No. We'll do the title later.
Okay. Another noun.
Ice cream.
Sensitive.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew. Verb.
Adverb or verb?
Verb.
Bowling.
What?
Bowling.
Bowl?
Like bowl.
Like, I got a
What do
strike.
you call it? Yeah. Weird.
I think you just have to put bowl
I
in.
put bowl.
Okay. It's not a verb ending in
Adverb.
ing.
Exciting.
And noun.
Nobody blessed me.
Anybody want to take the last one?
No, this is
That
on
is
you.
all
Tim.
you.
Oh, you're blessed. Bless you, by the way.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
bless you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Micah.
Are you gonna food after this? I'm hungry.
I want ice cream.
I could eat.
He said ice cream, and that's all.
You wanna try?
He
Oh.
also said some other stuff.
Yeah. You wanna try the
I said
Sour Patch ice cream?
Food, dude.
Where's that?
We have some.
Ketchup?
Oh no!
Ketchup?
Did you not buy that?
Is it like
What?
sherbet?
What?
It's the sour punch ice cream.
Oh,
Is it like sherbet?
that's cool.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
like. Go ahead. Let's do this.
I need a noun.
Food.
Okay.
drugs. Drugs.
You want it to be drugs? Drugs will be fun.
No, don't do drugs.
Drugs.
Drugs can be on hers.
Okay.
No.
How many of these
Yes.
are we doing?
Can I change my last noun?
Yes.
You don't want drugs?
He's gonna finish it off strong. You can do it too.
I put it back at boobs again.
Stupid.
Okay. All right. The title
Well,
is.
hold on.
Don't get me wrong. I want no part of
Okay,
this.
go.
Okay, the title is How to Use a Lightsaber by Obi-Wan Kenobi. As a Jedi Master, I've taught some of the most talented boobs in the galaxy how to
I don't know.
how to bounce with the lightsaber.
Oh
how to bounce with the lightsaber. Here are some tips for you. The most important thing to remember is that when you're wielding one of these precise
What was the next one? Go ahead, do it.
One of these.
Shit.
Say it.
Do you need help saying
Dad. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Again, is to trust your buckets. Sorry. This way you will be able to sense your enemy's pajamas before it's too late. A lightsaber is not only for use in Jedi to photograph combat, it also comes in handy if you find yourself in a pervy spot. For example, it can burn through metal.
What? That's really weird, isn't it?
It can burn through metal prophylaxis. a convenient trick to have up your pumpkin.
Oh my god.
If the Empire detains you in the holding wood. Okay, sorry. While a lightsaber is a beautiful drone, be careful if you see someone driving with a red one. Sorry. This ice cream works for the dark side. Finally, the most important part of learning how to bowl with a lightsaber. Whenever you're in battle, fight exciting. May the boobs be with you. Oh my god. Oh, that was bad.
That was hilarious.
That was hard. Oh,
Are you okay?
yeah. that was bad. Oh.
That was pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh.
You gonna do anything? Huh? You know, you just give the words. I'll read it.
No.
You don't want to? Let's see. You gonna do one, Michael?
I guess. No. This is for him
Oh.
because he takes down the information he reads at night.
Okay. I picked one for you, so.
Turn out to be his reverse thing.
That was funny though.
I need a noun.
Octopus. Because you gotta think things super random that doesn't fit. Except for Tim's bouncing boob.
In pajamas.
Pervy.
A descriptive noun.
A descriptive noun.
Yeah, it'll make more sense. I say it that way. Or you could just do a noun. Like a descriptive with the noun.
Sharp sword?
Okay.
Is that what you're asking for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Now, give me an adjective.
Smelly. Like, is he? I'm just kidding. Well, because you're just like, you're like,
Okay, give me another noun.
tennis ball.
An adjective.
Swiftly.
I'm gonna put swift.
Swift.
Ooh, sweaty.
Get Swifty.
Sweaty.
You know, sweaty.
No. Yes.
You
like-
always say sweaty.
do I? Then
Yes.
swiftly.
I think that's. how
You know what
call it.
surprised me?
You're picking the word.
Yeah, no. I gave him 2 words.
I need a noun.
Cattle prod.
What?
I looked over that hand, the cell phone holder thing. It looks good. Cattle prod.
Sure.
Okay.
That's
like,
where you got that from.
I need a verb ending in ing.
Dangling.
Oh my god. No, don't use that.
Go ahead.
No, use it.
Use that.
Okay. A verb.
Dance. Tell them to dance off to save the world.
Okay. So it's asking for the same verb again.
Dance.
BBA. Adverb.
Dangerous. Or dangerously.
Dangerously. A plural noun.
Can't be boobs.
No, I can't. Just go with cats.
Cat.
Gatos.
Arigato.
Well, no, because I wouldn't think like a chicken, but what's another name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need
Just fall.
an adjective.
Squishy.
Squeegee.
You got 4 left. And another adjective.
Dehydrated. Trying to think super random ones that see if how it fits in this.
Okay. A verb. An action verb. Verb is an action, but
Slide.
Pounce.
Sliding. God, get out of the gutter,
I
Tim.
said pounce, not bounce.
No, I know,
Oh,
pounce.
dude. You said cat.
Yeah, that's true. No, pounce, like you're pouncing on your
Remember,
prey.
like Sir Pounce from Game of Thrones? The cat.
No.
He had the king's cat. Yeah.
I'm going to add something to your slide there that'll help this out.
Joffrey
A little
didn't
bit.
like him.
Plural noun.
Um, eggs.
What?
Bless you.
Sorry. Thank you.
Erroneous.
Rhodius. Rhodius.
Give me a cute noun.
Kitty.
Kitty.
I use cat.
Kitty. It fits.
Hamster.
Ew. Those aren't cute. Those are smell.
Puppy.
All right, you guys. Who wants to read? Do you want me to read it? Or?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
Who wants to record it?
Well, I guess we could do it. Ah,
Wow.
it's a hamster.
Sorry, Tim.
That was cute.
You know you gotta record yourself, right? Not me.
How am I going to do that?
Carefully. Move it that way. Because you're reading it. That's
okay. That's okay. I can probably put both of them together and smash it together. You
Smash. I want to use that word. Smashing instead of dangling.
want me to do that?
No, I'm kidding.
No? Okay. All right. So this is Mad Libs Meet BB-8
By Micah.
by Micah Kidd.
He had a word in it too.
And
Featuring.
also featuring Tim. Never before in the history of Octopus Wars have we seen an astromech droid shaped like a sharp sword. Owned by Poe Dameron, BB-8 rolls around fulfilling smelly missions and helping the Resistance fight the first tennis ball. Just as sweaty on the sand as he is on solid cattle prods, BB-8 finds himself dangling across deserts and bouncing around the Millennium Falcon. He can also dance down the stairs. Just don't ask him to dance back up. BB-8
His
also
little legs and arms.
BB-8 also fits dangerously into Poe's T-70 X-Wing, helping him pilot in Cat and performing squishy repairs. When Rey meets BB-8, she knows he's dehydrated. Even though she's offered a lot of portions for BB-8, she decides to slide into him. And BB-8 is special. Not only does he have the eggs to find Luke Skywalker, he's also cuter than a hamster. Oh my goodness. That was Mad Libs Meet BB-8. Very good, very good. Well, now that everybody's cheeks hurt, only got about 10 minutes left. Who wants to do the wrap up? That's the wrap.
That's a wrap. That's the crap.
It's a frap.
Tim?
Pacino.
Sarah? You gonna do the wrap up?
Wrap up.
Wrap it up?
I'll wrap it up
Not
with my
Back it
little
up.
prophylactic.
Like a Christmas present.
All right. Well, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, follow us on all the platforms, including Tweeties. Go tweety us.
Swipe right onto him.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, the mail slot, very important to fill that mail slot.
Just because it's been filled once doesn't mean it doesn't need to be continuously filled.
Yes.
Hey man, we gotta get the bouncing things.
Oh my gosh. Well, we
Tennis
appreciate
balls,
you.
Jesus.
Yes. So make sure to turn on, what is that notification up here?
The bell?
The bell here, right here.
All right, there.
Over there.
Right
Over there.
here.
No, it's right there.
Somewhere over in the corner. Turn on the bell, follow us, and all that good stuff.
Oh,
This has been episode 44 of the Force Choke
Ooh,
Podcast.
when we get to 66, we're gonna blow everything out.
Yeah, we'll take over.
Dark side.
We'll see.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us for episode 44 of the
There
Force
will
Choke
be
Podcast.
Killing on this.
Okay, bye. See ya.
I think he was gonna say this. Oh, I mean, bye.
Bye.
Oh, someone has to turn it off. now.
Yeah, you gotta turn it off. Go turn it off. Deuces.
You know, March
Just kidding, it
6th.
was an off.
March